What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, and I ran across something that is so asinine and so stupid that I had to even give a warning to my audience and tell you, if you're if you are under the age of 18, you might not want to listen to this. If you are a person that lacks the social skills that are needed to see through this bullcrap that I'm about to read to you, you might want to click off. If you are unable to apply reasoning skills and logic, then you might want to go and hide under the bed somewhere. If you are a person that is constantly walking around mad for nothing as society and blaming everybody, pointing a finger instead of the thumb, then you might want to click off this video. If you are the angry black person who's walking around saying the man got me down because I'm brown and his foot in my back because I'm black, you might want to click off this video. If you're a white liberal who, for whatever reason, suffer from white guilt, and you feel that by enabling certain minorities to get away with throwing around their attitude and throwing out any stupid claim of racism and trying to insert racism into every single thing of life, and you okay with that and you appease them, you might want to click off this. And finally, if you're suffering from a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome, excuse me, let me clear my throat, you might want to click off this. Now, let's get to it. I'm about to read you all a statement from a lady named Brittany Cooper. All right, so Brittany Cooper, excuse me, is apparently a professor at Rutgers University. She's an associate professor. And she happens to fall into the category of what I call an angry black woman. But not just any angry black woman. She's an educated angry black woman. So she's a soul sister number one. That means when she speak her stupidity, you got to listen, because she got a couple, letters under her name. I got my degree in this and that. So my angry, stupid rants and statements should be now taken seriously, unlike somebody might do, from the ghetto or the hood, I mean, there's some bull crap. Y'all better stop. But me, I am a sophisticated, angry black woman, okay? That's mad at everybody. So Brittany seems to break down the whole situation from her perspective about Trump, his supporters, and this whole COVID-19 thing. So let's see, let me read it here. Rutgers University Associate Professor of Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies. Now, right off grip, the fact that she is a professor of women's gender and sexuality studies, I already know where this is going. Just the fact that it's gender. It probably doesn't mean, from a scientific standpoint, meaning gender, meaning male, female. It's probably something metaphoric, because, now gender is just, it's what you make it. So that's what she is. Her name is Brittany Cooper. Says Trump supporters are to blame for the disproportionate numbers of black Americans who have died as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Well, that's news to me, because I didn't know that I had something to do with that. I'm just wondering. I mean, last I checked, I didn't go. I mean, I know I coughed a minute ago. I ain't go out and spray no colass. I checked out. I ain't suffering from it. What is she talking about? I don't understand. So maybe we should read a little further and get a good understanding. So in a tweet thread on Tuesday, Cooper wrote, "I feel like most black people are clear." Most black people? Well, those are big words. Most black people are clear that this utterly absurd to push to reopen the country is all about gross necropolitical. Whoa, now you hear that word? You know what? Let me go ahead and just double check, make sure I understand what that nice, fancy, cool word means. All right, so necropolitical means, let's see here. Let's see if we can find a definition of that. Necropolitical. Let's go here, maybe. No, it's not there. All right. Necropolitical means something stupid, probably. Okay, here it is. Is the theory of the Walking Dead, namely a way of analyzing how contemporary forms of subjugation of life to the power of death forces some bodies to remain in different states of being located between life and death. So yeah, that's what this is happening right here. It's we're just keeping people in a dead vegetative state of mind, kind of like zombies. Yeah, that's all us. We're all responsible for that. Let's continue to go on and read about this lady and her necropolitical views. All right. So necropolitical calculation that it is black people who are dying disproportionately from COVID. Now, without explanation or understanding of why that might be, she just assumed it has something to do with this, I guess, invisible systemic racism or diabolical scheme starting from the president and white supremacy, just ignoring all these black people who are dying. And somehow, even perhaps, have justified it or even encouraged it. Maybe we had a secret meeting with the coronavirus and said, listen, now we talked about this. We don't want y'all targeting too many white folks. Now you need to go on to the hood. It's kind of like what AOC and all of them were talking about. There is global warming racism, you know. So I guess, and like certain, you know, toxicities and things like that only stay in black neighborhoods and urban areas. Okay. But, you know, the air is better and cleaner as soon as you cross from the inner city right into the suburbs. That air isn't allowed to go into the suburbs. It hovers over there somehow. All right. So anyway, let's continue. It says, not only do white conservatives not care about black life. That's a bold statement. Wow. Can you comprehend the level and the depth of ignorance that just came out of this woman who thinks she's smart? She said, not only, as in, like, this is a definite statement. This isn't even to discuss right here. We don't need to talk about this. This is a foregone conclusion. Not only do white conservatives not care about black life, but most cynical negative read of the white supremacists amongst them is that they welcome this massive dwindling of black folks in order to slow demographic shifts and shore up political power. Y'all hear that? So not only are these white supremacists, these white conservatives, responsible for this, but they also enjoy it. They're like, you know what? Let's see more black people die from this epidemic so we can go ahead and just shore up the demographics. Now, that's kind of funny to me because this virus hasn't killed more than all of the black babies that the Democrats encourage the inner city and black women to abort. I'm just wondering, I think that's messing up the demographics, if you ask me. You know, all of the Planned Parenthoods that somehow end up right in black neighborhoods and encourage them to go ahead and finish doing what they're doing. Or could it be the lack of care and urgency to deal with the gun violence in the black inner cities that are ran by Democratic politicians that result in hundreds and thousands of black men and other innocent black people being shot by gang violence? Maybe those things mess up the demographics. I'm not sure, but apparently it is this coronavirus that's doing all of that. And it's funny how certain soul brother and soul sister number ones are selective when it comes down to their anger. You know, they always project it towards the white conservatives because in their mind, racism is the number one threat to black people. It's not poor education. It's not gang violence and gun violence. It's not drugs. No, none of that. It's not the broken home. No. It's none of those things. It's not the lack of being a educated voter. None of that stuff. It is racism and the mysterious, way that white people have used this invisible coronavirus somehow, like it's nanotechnology or something that's been programmed to go find black folks and kill them disproportionately. Now, this is a woman who is a professional. She is a professor on a college campus, and somebody in her classroom is listening to this type of garbage. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to her. I don't know if they're going to let her loose. Frankly, I don't care. I'm not one to sit back and say, all right, go fire people. But I am one to say that this woman is ignorant, stupid, and these words right here, my gut tells me it's going to come back to bite her one way or another. Or she probably has people sitting in her classroom that just nods and shakes their head and say, yup, give me an A, because I'm not going to push back against that stupidity. I probably would be judged for it. And this is the education that students are getting on campus. You can't tell me that this woman is able to suppress all of this anger and frustration with white America. My gut tells me it probably leaks out in her classroom. Man, glad I ain't got no kids to go to college. I'd be sitting back like, yo, man, come on home. But Dad, I'm 19. You don't need to homeschool me. No, I got you. I'm going to go ahead and homeschool you. So yeah, there you have it. Brittany Cooper. That's her take on this whole situation. You probably can just Google her name and find out more about her. I guess she has like a history of being mad for nothing. That always blows my mind. How do people like this live a happy life walking around mad for nothing? I mean, is she dating anybody? If so, that man's miserable. I'm sure right now he's like, yeah, man, I'm about to go home and walk into the house and I have no idea who I'm going to meet when I come through the door. I have no idea what she going to be mad at for nothing today. It's always something. She's mad for nothing. Can't go out at dinner. You're sitting out there and she's looking. And you're like, oh boy, here we go. What's wrong, dear? Look at that. The guy opened the door for the white couple over there, but then had the nerve to turn around, and the black couple, even though they was 100 yards away from the door, he couldn't stand there and wait for them to come in the door. That's white supremacy. That's white supremacy. All of that stuff. Just looking around society, head on a swivel like she's a linebacker, head on a swivel, looking around for something to hit, meaning some type of racism or victim. Man, I tell you, she's an embarrassment to everybody. I ain't talking about black folks, white folks, women, men. Everybody should be embarrassed of her. Anyway, God bless you. Don't forget, check me out every Wednesday night live in Kevin's Corner on Facebook, YouTube, and my radio blog talk show. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and the notification button, since YouTube is playing games. That's right, reindeer games. Anyway, they're playing games. And also, if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link in the bottom of this video to do that. And check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. Put Kevin in the promo code, you'll get a 20% discount. All right, God bless you. And don't be running around mad for nothing. Take care. Bye-bye.